Tomorrow is the appearance day of Mahavishnu Avatara Advaita Acharya. So today is Adivas. We have to prepare for his appearance by praying for his grace and by purifying our heart with chanting Harinam. And we are hearing Bhaktyaloka, 12 essays. We heard spiritual entities have independent mercy. Mathura district, the name of the Lord. The Bhakti scriptures like Bhagavatam, the pure devotees and the deity are extraordinary objects. If one associates with them, Bhava and Krishna will quickly manifest. Bhava means love of Krishna. And by loving Krishna, you will get his darshan. He will manifest quickly. If one comes in contact with these 5. Vaidhi Bhakti is described in this way within Sadhana Bhakti. Again, Raganuga Bhakti is very powerful as a sadhana. The sadhana that arises from tendency to follow the Braja devotees, service to Krishna, is called Raganuga Bhakti. Persons attempting bhajan must perform all their actions of service with body, mind and words. All the actions mentioned in Vaidhi sadhana are practiced in Raganuga sadhana. According to his qualification, the sadhaka should make special efforts to perform the actions, the tatat karma pravartana. So hearing, chanting, observing Ekadashi, serving Tulsi, that is also done in Raganuga. Our Gurudev told, the only difference is they are doing with great love all those forms of devotion. And because they realize that intimate, sweet, delightful relation with Krishna. One devotee may attain the highest result, bhava, by performing one anga of bhakti, and another devotee may attain the highest result by performing many angas. For example, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami mentioned, Parikshit Maharaj got bhava, love of Krishna, by doing only Shravan Bhakti, hearing Harikatha from Shukadev Goswami with devotion, and Shukadev Goswami only by Kirtan, speaking Harikatha or singing. Then Prahlad Maharaj did only Smaran, because in his environment other forms were not possible. He was surrounded by demoniac people, so there is no temple to do arati like this. So everything he was doing by remembering Krishna all the time, and he was having all ecstatical symptoms, full shelter. So by that, only by thinking of Krishna, he satisfied Krishna. That is Smaran Bhakti. And Prithu Maharaj achieved by Archan only. Lakshmi Devi by Pada Sevan only. And Pada Sevan Vandanam, Akrura, only by offering prayers to Krishna. In Vrindavan, when he had to take them to Mathura, then Dasyam, Hanuman, by obeying the orders of Ramachandra, by serving him. And Arjuna by Sakyam, by friendship with Krishna, and Bali Maharaj with Atmanivedana. Bali Maharaj, he went against his guru. His guru prohibited him to offer anything to Bamandev, because he said he's Bhagavan, he will take everything from you. You should not give. Then Bali Maharaj said, if he's Bhagavan, then he's the best recipient. And also, if I don't give, he may take by force. And if he is only one dwarf, then how much he can take? I already promised I will give. So now I cannot break my promise. No one in our family predecessors broke promise. Virochan, though he was a demon, but he was also truthful. He never broke promise, and he was charitable, but he was not a devotee. Prahlad Maharaj was a devotee. So here in Bhagavatam, Bali Maharaj said, I will offer him like my grandfather Prahlad did, taking absolute shelter of Krishna. Then he gave 2 steps, but Trivikram Bhagavan covered everything. Then he bound him. You have to give me 3rd step also. Where shall I put? Then Bali Maharaj was sorry that he cannot fulfill. He was not sorry because he lost everything, but he could not fulfill. But he wanted to fulfill. Then his wife Vindyavali came and told him, you offered everything what you had, but you did not offer yourself. You have to offer yourself to Bhagavan also. Then he was very happy to hear good advice of his devotionally inclined wife, and he offered himself to Bhagavan. So you put your 3rd foot on my head. And Bhagavan put, and Bali Maharaj got everything. He had no any other desire. Because Bhagavan then said, now you say what you want. He said, I don't want anything. Only you keep your feet on my head. I want your service only. So one may do one limb of devotion, and some may do many. Example of many is Ambarish Maharaj. He did all 9. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. All. The pure bhakti of those who have taken shelter of the Lord's name and service to the devotees do not have taste for performing many angas. The pure bhakti of those who have taken shelter of the Lord's name and service to the devotees does not have taste for performing many angas. Thus, the sadhakas, becoming completely surrendered, will act with enthusiasm, firm conviction, and dharja in devotional acts. So now we were hearing tat karma pravartana, these are devotional acts, but they should be done with those previously mentioned qualities: enthusiasm, firm conviction, firm faith, Krishna will surely grace, and perseverance or fortitude or patience in practicing all these devotional acts. Then, next good quality which will nourish devotion is Sangatyag. In Upadeshamrita, Rupa Goswami has written that from enthusiasm, conviction, dharja, following the prescribed devotional activities, avoiding bad association and living life purely, bhakti will progress. Among the items, 4 were already explained individually previously. Now I will begin to discuss Sangha Tyag. There are 2 types of Sangha: contact and attachment. Contact has 2 types: contact with non-devotees and contact with women. Attachment has 2 types: attachment to impressions, samskaras, and attachment to objects. All the great souls who desire to attain perfection in bhakti must give up with great care contact and attachment. When this association occurs, gradually everything will be destroyed. Gita says. So this is important to know. One may be aloof from some objects of sense enjoyment, but he may be attached to samskaras, those tendencies. Those tendencies are also the result of our previous actions, and they are within us. Many times we are not aware even of them, but they are there. So contact with them is also bad association. That is why Prabhupada, means our Gurudev explained that Prabhupada said, if you will go to secluded place, like prematurely, when you are beginner, full of anarthas, then outwardly, yes, you will be like alone in forest or in cave or somewhere. But in reality, you will associate with your mind, with those samskaras within. So you will not be alone, you will associate with them. And sometimes we also make excuse that it automatically came. I did not want it, automatically came. But we cannot make such excuse, saying I have no responsibility. It is the responsibility of it happened automatically. No. When certain event comes and you act in a certain way, then you cannot blame it on anyone else, because how you reacted spontaneously is due to your nature. But that nature, it was acquired by you, produced by you, by your previous actions. And that is also seen in astrological reading. Something is results of your previous actions which you will have to get. But also they can see certain produced tendencies which are in you. That is also based on your previous actions. Like someone is free and then he starts to smoke. Then gradually smoking more and more, then he will become addicted. Then that addiction is influencing him. So like that we have many tendencies inside, samskaras. From past life's activities result they are coming. So that is why Gurudev told we have to remain in association with devotees. Because when they will see us, we are going astray, they will help us, guide us, encourage us, everything. But if we are alone, who will see us? So Gurudev told me when he was in Slovenia, where do devotees meet? I said, no, here only mostly in doing at home bhajan, chanting. Then he said, that is not good. One cannot do bhajan in secluded place now. Only if Gurudev gives permission, that is on higher stages, then it is possible if Guru gives permission. But otherwise, you have to remain united with devotees and do bhajan. That will give you strength and help. Also, one devotee, he took permission. He wanted to take permission from Gurudev to go in secluded place for bhajan. Then Gurudev was strongly saying, how I can give permission? Prabhupada did not give permission. How I can give permission? It is not good. So he did not give permission. But those who are on that elevated state, when by kirtan, automatically smaran, a realization of lila is going on inside your heart, and you are serving in that lila, then you can do that type of bhajan, because outwardly it will be seen you are alone, but he is not alone. He is with Krishna, with Radharani, with all Sakhi, Gopi, all. He is associating with them. But if one immature devotee goes to a secluded place, outwardly we will see he is alone, but he is not alone. He is with his samskaras, disturbing him. Sometimes we are not aware, but when that time comes or some object comes in front of us, then that will connect. Then that tendency will awake within you and will go. Then you can notice. Sometimes Krishna makes such arrangement that certain things he arranges so that you can notice about your all hidden sleeping tendencies. So in Gita, Krishna says, Sangat sanjayate kama, kamat krodo bijayate. From attachment arises desire. From desire arises anger. Although here it is sangat, means association. There are two types of sangha, contact and attachment. Okay, here it means from attachment arises desire. From desire arises anger, because your desire will not be always fulfilled, because everything here is temporary and so many obstacles. If nothing else, we will become angry because it is what we have or what we fulfilled that is temporary. Then anger will come. Krodat bhavati samoha, samohat smriti vibrama, smriti bramshat buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranashyati. From anger arises loss of discrimination. From loss of discrimination comes loss of remembrance to control the senses. From loss of remembrance comes loss of determination to realize Atma. From loss of determination, one sinks into samsara, material existence. The sadhaka should always remember this instruction of the Lord. If a sadhaka indulges in forbidden association, step by step his attachment will increase. As attachment increases, his dedication to spiritual goal decreases. One example also is there in Shastra, Bharat Maharaj. He became attached to that deer. that was also due to his samskara. He was not yet fully pure. Though he went to secluded place to do bhajan, but that prarabdha karma came in the form of dare, and his nature from within connected with that. So he became attached to that dare, serving him, always thinking of him, and so much was doing for him that gradually his sadhana was reducing. Even when he was doing sandhya, he was thinking, where is there? Anything happened to him, like this. Then finally he totally gave up sadhana, only there. Then he thought of there and he became a there next life. But what devotion he did before, that was also not lost. It is there. It is never destroyed. So he was in advanced stage. That is why next life he could remember, oh, I did this mistake. That is why I got this birth. So he did not associate with other deers, but he went to stay near one ashram of devotees, and there he used to hear kirtan from outside, and also harikatha, and also after sadhus they throw away the plates with prasad. He took that remnants. Then next life he was born as pure devotee already from birth, Jor Bharat, and he acted as if he's a fool, so as not to be entangled in these worldly activities. Intentionally he acted in that way. So as attachment increases, his dedication to spiritual goal decreases. There are three explanations for Bharat Maharaj, depends on what kind of teaching we have to get. One is this, that he was not yet fully pure of his karma, prarabdha karma came. Another is that Krishna made such arrangements so that he would quickly bring him to him. Another is it was like accidental, sometimes may happen. But he was not lost. The meaning is that the jiva is spiritual. Being bound by Maya, taking a material identity by ignorance, the jiva misidentifies his swarup. Who am I? What is my identity? I think I'm this body. In his pure state, the jiva does not associate with Maya. In that state, he has only spiritual association. In the spiritual world, all the jiva's association is spiritual. In that state, the jiva's eternal association is desired. Jiva has that desire to serve Krishna and his devotees. In the bound state, the association of the jiva is contaminated. This contaminated association with ignorance, that is, association with materialists, association with women, attachment to the samskaras, and attachment to objects, is unfavorable for the jiva's auspiciousness. Spiritual association is alone the jiva's natural and similar association. Material association is the jiva's unnatural or dissimilar association. Because jiva is spiritual, my video is going slow today, something, I don't know why. I will close in background. Something is with the video. Because jiva is spiritual, so spiritual association is jiva's natural or similar. freedom from the unnatural association is liberation for the jiva. Now I will discuss the unnatural association. First, let us consider the association with non-devotees. Who is the non-devotee? Persons who do not follow the Lord are non-devotees. The jnani never follows the Lord. He thinks, I alone by strength of jnana will become equal to the Lord. Jnana is the highest object. The Lord cannot keep the person who attains jnana under his control. By the strength of jnana, I assume Brahman's nature, I become Brahman. All actions, this will be the thinking of jnani. All actions of the jnani are independent of the Lord. By merging in Brahman by jnana, the Lord has no power over the jiva. This is the action of the Brahma jnani. The Atma jnani and the knowers of matter do not depend on the Lord's mercy. They attempt to attain everything by jnana and logic. They do not strive particularly for the mercy of the Lord. Thus, any jnani is not a devotee. Even if some jnani accepts bhakti at the time of sadhana, on attaining perfection, he discards bhakti. In all his actions, one does not at all see qualities of obedience to the Lord or eternal bhakti. Those who make a sampradaya as jnanis all have this nature. They want to be independent. And they think I can achieve everything by my austerity alone. And when they achieve what they think is liberation, our Gurudev explained, because they have this thinking, I got that state by my own austerity. In that way, they commit offense to Supreme Lord because it is Supreme Lord who is giving the fruit of everything, of every action. So even that Brahman, up to a certain point, they may realize even that is given by Supreme Lord, but they are not admitting. So that is the offense they make, and because of that they have to fall down, even from that platform. They attain only a shadow of real Gyan. Real Gyan is only a different aspect of pure Bhakti. Or another name also, in some other place, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Jnana and Bhakti, they are same, if you properly understand what is the meaning of Jnana. Or in one place also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, those who think that liberation and Bhakti are different, they don't know either, nor liberation nor Bhakti. But because the point is, devotee only is actually liberated. Jnanis, those in impersonal liberation, they will fall down. Only those who take shelter of Supreme Lord means they accept the full truth that they are eternal servants of Krishna and that Krishna is the shelter of all. They will not fall into Maya. So they are actually liberated. So devotion and liberation, they are same. But that kind of impersonal realization is not full liberation from Maya. Again, you will fall down. Ajamil, not Ajamil. Parikit Maharaj said to Shukadeva Goswami there in Bhagavatam, in the later comes that Ajamil, that Shukadeva Goswami said, by jnana, one will destroy bamboo forest up to the ground. Everything will be destroyed. Like that, jnana will destroy all karmic reactions. Then Parikshit said, yes, but taking this example, when new rain will come, then from that same place, new bamboo forest will grow because the root is there. So I think this is also not full purification. Then Shukadeva Goswami said, yes, you are right. Then he told about bhakti, taking shelter of Supreme Lord. Only by that one will also uproot the tendency or possibility to enjoy Maya. Because he will be engaged in the service of Krishna, there is no chance of that desire to enjoy Maya can appear in him, but in Jnani can. Only the pure devotees attain that by the mercy of the Lord. Mahaprabhu taught to Sanatana Goswami, Jnani Jivon Mukta Dosha Painu Kori Mane, Vastuta Buddha Shuddha, Buddhi Shuddha Nohe, Krishna Bhakti Bine. There are many philosophical speculators, Jnanis, belonging to the Mayavada school, who consider themselves liberated. However, their intelligence is not purified unless they engage in Krishna's bhakti. This is based on that verse I spoke before. Jaineram Daksha Vimukta Manas. They think we are liberated. But in reality, their intelligence is not pure without Krishna bhakti. Thus, those who are attached to jnana are non-devotees. Their final goal, the result of their sadhana, is liberation. The goal of their life is not attaining the Lord's mercy by serving the Lord. The karmis are non-devotees also. Thus, they are classed as non-devotees. If someone performs karmas to attain Krishna's mercy, that karma is called bhakti. That karma which gives material results or material knowledge is a materialistic karma, averse to the Lord. The karmis do not seek Krishna's mercy alone. Even though they respect Krishna, their basic goal is to somehow attain material happiness. Selfish acts are called karma. Thus, the karmis are called non-devotees. That is why you will see Hindus, they will worship many demigods. Also, they will worship Krishna, everyone they will worship, but to attain something from them, material benefits. The yogis sometimes search for liberation, the result of jnana, and sometimes powers which are the result of karma. Thus, they are called non-devotees. Those who worship many devatas and do not exclusively surrender to the Lord are called non-devotees. Those who are attached to dry deliberation using logic, etc., are averse to the Lord. Those who conclude that the Lord is some imaginary figure are, of course, non-devotees. Those who are attached to material objects and do not have opportunities to remember the Lord are counted among the non-devotees. If one associates with all these non-devotees, very soon one's intelligence will be destroyed, and one will respect them in the heart. The person desiring pure bhakti should carefully give up association with non-devotees. Secondly, association with women will be discussed. Association with women is a great disturbance. Mahaprabhu taught to Sanatana Goswami, Asat Sanga Tyag E Vaishnava Achar, Stri Sangi Ek Asadu, Krishna Abhakta Ar. A Vaishnava should always avoid the association of ordinary people. Common people are very much materially attached, especially to women. Vaishnavas should also avoid the company of those who are not devotees of Lord Krishna. This verse has two possibilities of translation. Asat Sangatyak E Vaishnavachar. It is the behavior of Vaishnava to give up bad association. Then Stri Sangi, that is association with women, you can take Stri Sangi Ek. One is this association with women, and Asadu, Krishna Abhakta Ar. And Asadu, those who are not sincere, not saintly, Swami Maharaj translates saintly. Krishna Bhakta, here it specifically means the Mayavadi, they are against devotion, are. So Stri Sangi Ek, Asadu Krishna Bhakta are also. Another way of translating is Stri Sangi Ek Asadu. One Asadu is one who associates with women, and Krishna Bhakta, those who are averse to devotion to Krishna, he's another one. Both possible. I once asked in 2000, when after Kartik Vrat, I had to return to Slovenia from Chandigarh. Then I took leave from Gurudev and I asked him, what is the most important thing for a devotee to give up? Then Gurudev said this verse. Then he said, but you will not be able to do this unless you take association of devotees. If you associate with devotees, then it is possible to give up association of non-devotees. There are two types of devotees: householders and renounced persons. Those who renounce the house should not speak to any woman. Thus, in speaking of giving up association with women, speaking with women is forbidden for the renunciate. Mahaprabhu said, Khudra jeep sop markata vairagya korea, indriya charaya bule prakriti sambhashya. There are many persons with little in their possession who accept the renounced order of life like monkeys. They go here and there, engaging in sense gratification and speaking intimately with women. Regarding devotee women, the Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Purvavat Prabhu Koila Savar Milon, Stri Sab Dur Hoite Koila Prabhur Darashan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received them all, devotees, from Bengal when they came, just as he had in previous years. The woman, however, saw the Lord from a distance. The rule for householder devotees is as follows. So as a renunciate, he had to follow this behavior, not directly meeting with all women because of society, because they cannot understand that he has no desire, and they don't understand that that is on devotional platform. But once Mahaprabhu showed this also, when that one lady, when Mahaprabhu took darshan of Jagannath in temple in Puri, one day it was very crowded and so many people and everyone standing like behind. Mahaprabhu was always staying behind the Garuda, that pillar. little far off. Why? Because if he goes too near to Jagannath, then too many ecstatical symptoms come. So in order to control, he was taking from far. Then one lady, she was very eager to get darshan of Jagannath. She could not see because she was small. So, and she was so eager, that was her only desire in mind, that she has to take darshan of Jagannath. She was not aware what is, who is who like this. So she climbed on Mahaprabhu. She did not see he's a sannyasi or like, she only wanted to have darshan of Jagannath. That was her only desire in heart. So she climbed on Mahaprabhu, and Govinda, sevak of Mahaprabhu, became very disturbed, and he started to chastise her and try to bring her down, but Mahaprabhu stopped him. No, she only wants to take darshan of Jagannath. Don't do anything. So Mahaprabhu showed that kind of also. So our Gurudev explained, the point is not external, but with what kind of vision you see, or with what kind of mentality you associate. It is with enjoying spirit or not. If that is only devotional spirit involved, then there is no problem. But for the sake of society, certain behavior should be followed also, because others will not understand this devotional platform, and they will then criticize, and they will commit offense, and then they will lose, and you will be also. Once in Mayapur, I was speaking with my god sister, our god sister. She had certain questions. So we're in one place, but then so many mosquitoes came. And I said, let us walk, then mosquitoes will not bite. And I was explaining to her, and walking. Then some others, they saw, and they start to speak behind. See, Madan Gopal is behaving like he's married with her. This sort of speaking was going on. And like not approval. Some young, our god brothers, they spoke like that. So that came to my ear. I did not mind. Why? Because I know what is the truth. Why I was speaking and everything. And I know Krishna also knows. So I was not worried. But then anyway, I asked our Brihad Bhrati Maharaj, this is going on. They're speaking. Then he said, Krishna knows everything. That is right. And you also know what was your intention and everything. That is okay. But at the same time, you should also be careful with your behavior. Like if one sadhu is standing in front of tea stall, they make that real tea, chai, black and green. If he's only standing there, he's not drinking and has no desire to drink, but still others will start to speak. And that may cause disturbance. So your point is right, you know what is happening, but at the same time be careful also with behavior, so that such disturbance may disturb our bhajan and also may cause harm to others. So as far as possible we have to do it, but sometimes it is impossible. In such circumstance, what to do? Then we have to tolerate. Another time also I was accused of taking some money. Also, I don't know from where that idea came. It is not true. Krishna knows, I know. But somehow someone started speaking, I took some money. That time I just tolerated. And gradually that was gone. At that time, there was no chance that I could do anything about it. But here, you can try it a little, be careful. The rule for householder devotees is as follows. The householder should not associate with other women or with prostitutes. He should not associate with his wedded wife except according to what is permitted by Dharma scriptures. He should completely give up being controlled by a woman. The scriptures teach the following concerning smartas. Na griham griham iti ahur grihini griham uchate. Taya hi sahita sarvan purushartham samashnate. Our Gurudev quoted this verse in Prahlad's Charitra about Griha Vrata. When Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad, where you got this devotion? Then he said, I did not get from myself and also not from others or by combination of both, because they are all Griha Vratas. They are attached to Griha, but this Griha has many meanings. So one meaning is this, the sadhus also, they stay in house, so they are also Griha Vrata. No, because Griha Vrata means this Grihini must be there, wife. So merely a house is not a home, for it is a wife who gives a home its meaning. If one lives at home with his wife, together they can fulfill all the interests of human life. That is appropriate, Mahaprabhu told. One is householder life, one is renunciate life. Both are devotees if they follow devotion. Both can get perfection. Many associates of Mahaprabhu, they showed by example, but it must be together they can fulfill all the interests of human life. According to Shastra and instruction of Guru, if they do, then they can attain perfection. A wife is necessary for a householder. Together with his wife, he practices all human goals intently. There are 4 human goals for the ordinary person: Artha, Dharma, Kama, and Moksha. The rules in the scriptures dealing with Varna Ashram are called Dharma. What is forbidden in the scriptures is called Adharma. The householder with his wife or with her assistants should practice following the Vidis, rules of Shastra, and avoiding the Nishedas, that which is prohibited in Shastra. What is attained by performing Dharma is called Artha. The objects in the house, sons, daughters, cows, and animals are all Artha. Enjoying these objects is called Kama. Dharma, Artha, and Kama are called Trivarga. Attaining these 3 items is the life of the jiva bound by Maya and revolving in the cycle of karma. Attaining attentively these 3 items with the wife is necessary for the smarta householder. A householder should attain the 3 items attentively with his wife day and night. He should go to tirthas with his wife. As long as the jiva does not try for supreme goal, what other means is there for the jiva in dharma except these 3 vargas? Then, moksha is the 4th human goal for the jiva. There are 2 types of moksha: final destruction of suffering and attainment of spiritual happiness. Destroying suffering completely is the final goal for those who practice a life of Dharma with dry Gyan and Mayavad. Those who place in their hearts pure Gyan search for the spiritual happiness at the end. They are not bound by destruction or suffering. The householder devotee and the renunciate devotee both desire spiritual happiness in service of Krishna. The householder devotee always aims for spiritual happiness and with his wife performs all actions attentively. In performing his actions, he is not controlled by his wife. In this life, he cannot associate with woman. Means what he's doing, that is not Stri Sangha. It is not association with woman. In such life, he completely gives up talking to women beyond the dharmic rules, and in associating with his wife according to Vedic rules, should give up being controlled by her, since it produces materialism. Sutta Goswami explains the rules of householder devotee life in summary in the first canto of Bhagavatam, that we will hear day after tomorrow. But tomorrow we are having a perfect example of a householder devotee, Advaita Acharya. He had 6 sons and 2 wives, and he's a pure devotee. Of course, he's Mahavishnu Sadashiva, but playing the role of a devotee, ideal devotee. So we'll hear about his life, and he never took sannyas, but he's a pure devotee, and he also showed this. Mahaprabhu, we'll hear tomorrow in detail, Mahaprabhu was always respecting Advaita Acharya because he's senior by age, and also he's disciple of Madhavendra Puri. He's Parangurudev. So Mahaprabhu was respected, but Advaita Acharya did not like, because he saw Mahaprabhu as Krishna himself, his eternal master. So he started to teach yoga or jnana there in that place, teaching that jnana is superior to bhakti and that ultimate goal is moksha, liberation from suffering. Then in order to get punished by Mahaprabhu, that was his internal intention, then Mahaprabhu really became angry. He called me here in this world to give devotion to everyone. I was sleeping in the milk ocean, but he was shouting so loudly, and he brought me to this world to spread bhakti, and now this same person is teaching jnana there. What is this? Then he came and beat him, Mahaprabhu. But the more Mahaprabhu beat him, the more Advaita Acharya was happy. Yes, today I got. Today you are not considering me as superior. I am your servant, you are chastising me. Today I got all my desires fulfilled. Then Mahaprabhu became ashamed when he understood what was the intention of Advaita Acharya. That is Lila. Tomorrow we'll hear Advaita Acharya's glories by his grace. Hari Bol.